Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
Hey, good morning, man. Uh,
Welcome.
Black Friday.
It is
Day for
Black Friday.
as with most of the God-fearing Americans, yesterday was a day for the dogs. Today, a day for the Bears. We hope. Dogs winning on Thanksgiving across the slate. I didn't have the wherewithal to look through the database to see if that's the first time that's happened, but I'm going to assume it's the first time we had three dogs win outright. Notable that the Bengals were dogs of a touchdown. Pretty crazy outcome. And
Yeah,
knocks out
the other games
knocks out a
were
lot of players as Survivor. If we had been alive, we would be dead because I almost certainly would have been hammering the table to take Ravens, not Eagles. And that was wrong because the Ravens lost. The Ravens are not good. The Ravens defense was just okay, not great, and the Ravens offense was putrid. 4 turnovers, obviously, that will make things look worse than they were. But I don't know, man. It feels like they're on life support to even win their division, let alone, and that was like what, minus 500 pregame that they were going to win the North.
Yeah,
I wonder what fair
part of
really
that
is
is
on
the
that.
messiness that is Pittsburgh right now as well. But yeah, and it wasn't just bad play and turnovers too. Like when they would get these good passes, you'd have some drops. You had a questionable OPI call on a touchdown. Like just nothing was going right for them, and you got to play a lot better. You got to play a lot better than that to overcome that sort of shit. And turning the ball over 5 times, just it doesn't matter how shitty the defense you're playing is, how rusty the quarterback is, how home you are. You turn the ball over 5 times, bad things tend to happen.
One absolutely crushing one too, like the likely fumble. 14-point swing, effectively. Not really 14 points, I know, but well, yeah, it is. Whatever. My brain's not working. It's a big swing. All right. It was probably the lowest EPA play of the day, I'm guessing.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Kevin has his email out yet. I'm pulling up. Oh, here we go. Unexpected points.
I'm gonna guess that was the lowest EPA play of the day. It's possible there was a interception that I'm forgetting about. The Dak interception was bad, but not that bad.
Yeah, the Dak to Pickens pass that was intercepted was a minus 4.6 EPA. That was the worst one in that game. And then, does he have the late game on here? Yep.
Did you know that? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there was a bunch of minus like 4 and 5s in that one. The likely fumble was bad. The Burrow interception or Burrow, what was that? Oh, the 4th down where they didn't convert. The Lamar Jackson hit his hand, interception. Lamar Jackson fumble. Zay Flowers fumble. Lamar Jackson fumble. Samaje Perine fumble. A lot of negative. It was a lot of red on that chart compared to a lot of these when he's looking at Kevin Cole in his email is looking at the most impactful plays of the game. Like in the Cowboys Chiefs, it's that one negative play, the Prescott interception, and then it's 9 positives. Because a lot of them are just like, hey, here's a big touchdown pass. Here's a big meaningful first down. But yeah, a lot of negatives. That game was affected more by people screwing up than people doing the right things.
Okay, so the LVP, you can pick any number of players on the Ravens offense. I guess Lamar is probably the answer. Who is your MVP between Dak and Jordan Love? Because they were both pretty fucking awesome.
Probably Dak. Jordan Love still puzzles me.
You didn't think he played well yesterday?
He did, but it still had its moments. It's like, how can you have that pass in your bag and then have the next play in your bag where you look like like you have a brain injury? Right? He puzzles me. It's a weird division. NFL grossly wide open, unless you really think the Rams are just never going to regress, never going to get hurt, never going to throw an interception again. it'd be fun. The playoffs are going to be wide open. There's going to be some bad teams, and there's going to be some good teams that aren't playing all that well. So, be fun.
Yeah. Anyone can win.
Anything is possible.
Real quick, I gotta wonder what the fair price is really right now for the Ravens to win the North, because that huge like -500 was predicated on them having like a neutral rating of like a +5, +6, and that never squared with the way Lamar was playing through whatever injury he's playing through. Like at best they were a +1. Maybe they are not a plus at all. I think kind of calculating fair for that division is way complicated, and it's probably like pick 'em between them and Steelers. I'm gonna guess. I'm excited to run those numbers and see if there's value after this week. Steelers are playing an interesting game as well, right? Aren't they on tight one?
Yeah,
Aaron
I have
Rodgers coming back for their game against who?
Buffalo. It's Buffalo. They're hosting Buffalo.
They're
Well, I mean, they're kind of in the
Maybe.
Dallas spot where you're hosting a good team. You're a little more than a field goal dog, but it's still
you're gonna get all the calls. Yeah,
maybe. Well, that would be something. I wish it had a little more balls when I had my number, because, like we talked about going in there, I couldn't get Baltimore quite out to a touchdown here, giving them some upgrades for Burrow and Chase. I have Baltimore as a 3.4. That is my rating. 3.4 points better than a average team.
High. I think that's high.
It's crazy. So I made him a 3.4, and I still showed value on Cincinnati. So, well, obviously, I think they probably need another downgrade. Lamar's not playing at the level which I need him to play at to be, one of the top 10 teams.
We were talking about it on the podcast, I'm pretty sure, and I was telling you I have him as like a 5 right now. And
that toe injury.
I don't think so, man. I don't even know if 5's right. That's rosy.
Downgrade.
Right.
Downgrade.
Chiefs now with their backs up, they're very much against the wall to make the playoffs at all, let alone win their division. That's feeling like a pipe dream, just because there's not enough games left for the Broncos and the Chargers to take L's. Obviously, losing a cross conference game is not as consequential as losing an AFC game, but it's just not enough games left for the Broncos to lose out on that one. I think the West is pretty much won. Chargers could steal, but I don't think the Chiefs are stealing it. If you are going to try to get involved with Chiefs to make the playoffs, I would not play the yes price, because that's going to be stupid. I would just roll over money lines from here on in, because they have a couple other they're going to be like in the -250 range a couple times, and then there's 1 or 2 coin flips they're going to have to win. So, yeah, Chiefs have to win in, and they still might not make the playoffs. So you could roll over a money line on the way home for the Chiefs and cash that while they ultimately
and they still miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
Strange year for the teams in the top.
I'm going to do that just for the thought exercise. I guess actually I'm going to look a little closer at their schedule.
I mean, in the grand scheme of thing, everything that's happened in the last 14 days or so, it's kind of everything's coming up Patriots, because they've stayed healthy-ish. I mean, losing those 2 offensive linemen isn't great.
Yeah, they lose Campbell.
But still, like, all the good teams are kind of scuffling at this point.
I didn't get
and
sense
right now,
Wilson was long-term, did you? The high ankle sprain?
No, that was
a couple weeks.
Yeah, probably 3-4, but
3-4.
Yeah, it's a high ankle sprain. It's
long term when you have only 5-6 games left.
Well, you'll have some playoff games.
They have their bye next week too, though, so it doesn't hurt them that bad. I didn't think.
But then the Daniel Jones fibula thing, just gonna play through it. We'll see how that goes. People be diving at that leg. Get Anthony Richardson in. That's just like an auto win button if you can hurt that leg, I guess. So, I'm not saying play dirty, guys, but I'd be blitzing his ass. Oh, he might not be as mobile because his leg hurts. Like, maybe we bring 14 blitzes this half. That'd be fun. So, no other takeaways from yesterday really for me. Good job
you're
to
right,
all
though.
the dogs.
Yeah, good job, Dogs, and good job, sports books. They probably cleaned up because the house generally wins when the underdogs do what they did yesterday. So it was a good Thanksgiving for them. They're obviously giving thanks to the Dogs. It will be very funny narrative wise if Drake May or Bo Nix makes the Super Bowl before
Josh
Lamar.
Allen, Lamar
Josh Allen,
Jackson,
Justin Herbert. There's a laundry
JJ
list
McCarthy,
well, he wasn't. JJ
Max
McCarthy
Grosser.
wasn't. He wasn't in but Pat Mahomes' conference, so it's not as impressive. But yeah,
Is that funnier? You know who's funnier to make the Super Bowl and is one of the best teams and could do it? If Sam Darnold were to appear in a Super
yeah.
Bowl
Absolutely.
before Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, that's pretty funny too. That's pretty funny.
Absolutely.
You know, the Seahawks are live to rip through there.
I'm obviously pretty pissed because it feels like Vrabel's just going to win Coach of the Year, but but God damn it, do I want the Bears to win today? Because the two-sided narrative of Ben Johnson's gone, Lions aren't going to make the playoffs. Ben Johnson's arrives and he's got this team in first place in December. Like it would be a strong narrative. That's kind of the only way I think you're taking down Vrabel. Vrabel also has to shoot himself in the dick at some point, like losing on Monday Night Football to the Giants, which hopefully he might. I don't know. What do you think, man? Any other interesting kind of macro storytelling in the NFL that excites you this week?
I don't know. The seeing how some of these quarterbacks play with these injuries, like we have. Do you think Baker goes? I haven't really kept up on that at all because I'm not going to bet that game. I think he's
sure
probably out, but it sounds like Rodgers is going to go, and then Daniel Jones is going to play. We get some meaningful quarterbacks playing through injuries, and then obviously the backup probably in Tampa Bay with. What is that line now? I'm so far behind on stuff. I spent all day hanging out with family.
I think it probably closes 2.5 with Teddy.
It's still pretty solidly at the 3 for the Tampa Bay Arizona game. And that's kind of where we've been all week. So I don't know. I guess it may have just opened in the hey, we think we're getting Teddy spot. Because I think after the game, that was maybe the feeling. He looked pretty beat up, and then they said, hey, he's getting an MRI on Monday. No good can come of that. So, yeah, and this is the problem for me with Jordan Love. When you pull up stats and paper and look at the stuff for Green Bay.
It's very few quarterbacks,
Jordan
Love is, if he gets the 1 seed, he is probably getting MVP votes.
It's such a strange mix of it's so good on paper. You see some really good plays, and then there's just crazy stinkers that he throws out there, but they don't hurt him enough to really
taking shots, man.
Yeah,
no one else is even taking shots.
And again, to his credit, it's not like all of his wide receivers have ever been healthy at the same time.
Is Tucker Kraft coming back this year, or do you think he's done?
I thought he and Laporta were kind of donezo.
I know Laporta is done. They called that, but I haven't heard Kraft for sure. That's kind of worth tracking for both the NFC North price and for Packers. NFC.
No, that was a torn ACL. That was a torn ACL, Drew. He's done.
Tucker Kraft has a torn ACL. That was his injury.
Yeah.
It was an ACL.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't.
He will be back for camp.
Connect those dots to. So Kraft is done. Okay, sorry. Anyway,
Stafford. Stafford is your MVP favorite. He should be your MVP favorite.
I mean, his fare is probably like minus 200 right now, but I also think that there's a very real world that's a local high.
Also, I know, but this week, excuse me, I stayed up late. He's playing Carolina minus 2 of their starting defensive backs. The reason I think, and the turnover worthy plays will come, or the turnovers will come a little bit. But if he keeps playing these teams where he gets to put himself in a wicked game state immediately, and he has two wide receivers who are constantly finding, easy ways to get open and give him these easy button passes. I mean, his stat line might just be 12 for 18, 3 touchdowns, 222 yards, and they ran the ball in the fourth quarter. And again, if he keeps adding to that gaudy ratio, I don't think he needs like the 5,000 yard season. If he ends the year with this gaudy 45-6 kind of touchdown to interception ratio, he's just going to walk it in.
Here's my crystal ball. You're giving a very milquetoast, boring MVP race, but it's likely. The fun MVP race shakeup happens if he plays the Detroit Lions on the road and he is emotional in that game, throws a couple of bad interceptions, and then the next week loses to the Seahawks and falls out of the 1 seed and is a wild card.
The Seahawks game is massive.
If Stafford gets to 6 interceptions by having a 2 interception week against the Lions and a 2 interception week against the Seahawks and loses the 1 seed and is your presumptive 5 seed, he is probably 4-1 to win MVP, not -250.
And that is the fun part, because even with the gaudy stats, and you saw his stat line against at home versus the Seattle Seahawks last time out. Like, they kind of had his number. They figured out how to slow that offense down. They just struggled to not give that offense the ball over and over in plus territory. I mean, it was so many turnovers. Otherwise, the Seahawks probably win that game on the road at this point.
Yeah, Sam Darnold had twice as many picks in that game as Stafford has had all season.
Flash says, I have him 60-1. Would you hedge? Only if you want to.
Not right this second.
You can,
yeah.
If you can, not. I wouldn't before this game, but maybe after this game. And I would look for see if you can find it on an exchange as a no.
Flash rather than definitely find that.
Yeah, because
he knows his way around.
Because it's kind of like golf. Well, like, who do I hedge it with? Because
there's not an obvious answer right now.
There's a few different paths for other people to get there at this point.
I think your second most likely winner right now is Drake May. He would get my vote if we voted today. Yeah. I think your third most likely winner is Jordan Love. And I think your fourth most likely winner is probably still Josh Allen, and fifth is Sam Darnold. What do you think? Does that all check out to you?
Yeah, that's fair. Jonathan Taylor should win it. I thought I'd throw one of those in.
His price has drifted to 1,000-1 at my book.
1,000-1. I may send you on. That's a big payout.
What do you call it? The time to. I think the Rams have the next two. This game and the next game are not real consequential, right? It's Carolina and Arizona. Am I right? Arizona next week for them. So it's like. So I think you wait to take any action until after the Arizona game, because you probably wake up that Monday and he's -500. I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't actually know how much shorter he can get, because it's not even really what he does. It's kind of mostly just whether the other guys we just mentioned in the mix stub their toes. Tell me why the Texans can't win the Super Bowl. Because it's not obvious that they found an offensive coordinator with two brain cells to rub together.
And honestly, I think some of the issues there are going to be playing. It's not someone I'm terrified of at quarterback, but can you imagine just, hey, guess what? Denver, first up, you have Denver.
Yeah.
You're, maybe you get in as a wild card, you end up playing the Broncos pass rush. Like, there's a couple of pass rushes that you're just going to be in such a negative matchup there with your offensive line for the entire game. And suddenly that offense just isn't clicking anymore.
I would say there's.
I like their defense. I like the offense if it starts to come around. But yeah, I think Drew, that's the biggest one. I can't trust. Was it Caley?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a dynamic offense to me. But maybe that changes with Stroud back, and the offensive line is getting a little bit better. here's the bigger problem with the Texans.
No Joe Mixon.
It was all hopes and dreams were riding on Joe Mixon for them. So sounds like he won't be back this year. Shocking. No, what I was gonna say is the Texans to me are, and this is maybe just leaning too much into history and being a little bit too like history repeats itself patterny, but I feel like they're like if they win the South, which they can, very, 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 very live to win the South, and they get a home game against a good team, even like the Bills or something, fuck yeah, they can win that game. Like at home in the playoffs, they absolutely can beat even the highest power rated team in the AFC if they have to go to Houston. The minute they go on the road, I don't feel so good. Right? They have yet to prove at all that they can beat an elite team on the road. And maybe there are no elite teams in the AFC, and that's enough for them to squeak their way through on the strength of their defense. But yeah, I think tamper expectations for the Texans on the road in second round of playoffs is kind of my thought.
You think they win that division?
I think they will. I would say it's like maybe 20%ish, which is probably higher than the market thinks. But
yeah,
I rate them neutral power rate them better than the Jags right now, worse than the Colts. But the Colts again have two head-to-heads left against Jacksonville and Houston, and I bet Houston this week. So, what's that number right now with the DJ broken fibula news?
I think it's just kind of holding semi-steady because it's still 3.
Man. Oh, it was
He's
5.
playing.
I got in at 5, so okay. All right. So that was the move, 5 to 3.
3, yeah.
All right. That's reasonable. I like that. All right. What else we got here, man? What's up for you for the rest of the weekend?
Well, I don't know. I got a major storm coming tomorrow. I'm gonna hunker down, buy some soup ingredients, hang out.
What soup?
What
soup are we making?
I think it's gonna be just a nice tomato soup tonight. I meant to do that earlier in the week. Got busy with Thanksgiving, and I want some comfort food. I need a nice roasted tomato soup. I want some nice. I haven't decided on the cheese yet. Several people sent me some recipes, which I'll try. Maybe not today, but a grilled cheese sandwich, but on like good bread. Good bread, good cheese. Havarti.
Do they sell the Nature's Own artisan loaf at your grocery store?
I don't know, man. That sounds very Californian.
It's like a pretty broadly distributed brand, Nature's Own, and they have like this artisan like brioche kind of thick cut, super soft bread that's so good for grilled cheese soup dipping or croutons. Actually, that's a good little recommendation. You ready? Forget about the grilled cheese you dip in. Make a grilled cheese and cut it into croutons, and then you got them floating in there, and then you get a floating grilled cheese crouton bite with your soup. Yeah, it's tip of the day for me.
Good recommendation by Birdie. I have seen the Trinity films, but it's been a long time. They call me Trinity. Oh, Trinity is my name. I can't think of the other one, but that's a good Western. I don't know if I'm
wine of the week to go with your tomato prep. The typical pairing for any tomato dishes is a key, is a Italian.
You just leave?
You kicked me out.
I didn't push anything. Hands are off. Hands were off the mouse. You left. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you're still here. I can hear you.
What the hell? Should
I
I
don't
leave
know.
and come back?
Right, no, you're fine.
Come back.
No, you're fine.
Am I on the broadcast?
You're absolutely on the broadcast. I can't begin to describe how fine you are right now.
What the hell's happening? That's weird. My return is just the Andy show, which is fine.
No, you're right next to me. I don't know. I can send you a picture.
That's fine. No, that's good.
What? All right, Italian.
Yeah.
Maybe we go with that place I recommended. Do you remember that? I don't even remember the name of the place. I was just Googling wines.
That was
what's sort of
you were recommending a prosecco, which would not go great with a tomato soup.
No.
No, I think go find yourself a nice you want something cool. Look for
I
a
do.
Valpolicella, a nice Valpolicella. That is a kind of a grape grown sort of in the
Musical instrument.
largely in like the Venice area. I forget what that state is, but kind of closer to Slovenia. It's a nice. I like the nice soft tannins. Good red wine. Treat yourself to a Valpolicella.
Treat yourself. Oh, Valpolicella.
Hi, man.
I wrote this down for the spelling. I'll find it. I'll figure it out. I am running to the store, and I'll probably hit Total Wine on the way home as well. So
cool.
It's been a good week.
Find
It
a
was
Valpolicella. If you can't find a Valpolicella, Andy,
yeah,
look for a Montepulciano. That's another great Italian red. Montepulciano.
I'm just gonna go to there's an Italian section. I'll just go there.
Anything but Chianti.
Yeah. Nice Thursday. We overtrusted the Chiefs. We should. I'm on record saying fuck the refs. It could have been close. We had a chance without the refs, but a nice win. And hopefully somebody, I was pounding the table for Bengals straight up in the second half. Hopefully somebody else took that. Hey, Andy, how much did you bet?
I thought I was.
How much? You might have to rewatch that one. Yeah, I think you were. Andy, how much did you bet on Bengals straight up? Not enough. That's always the answer when one of those comes through in spades, but we did play the +8 as well.
It was plus 380. I remember the conversation exactly. I was shocked.
If she ain't a lady, she ain't 380.
Fair enough. All right. Well, happy Black Friday, everybody. Get some good deals on your online purchases for your Christmas gifts. Treat yourself to something nice while you're at it. I think I've done more buying for myself with the Black Friday deals than I bought for anyone else to this point. So I may need to correct that there today. But yeah. Fog rolling.
You know what I might do? I talked about this the other day.
What's that?
I may bust out the Nintendo Switch 2. I bought it, but it's still in the box because it's a Christmas present for a kid. But I might have to test it to see how this Mario Kart world works, just so I know what's going on. That might be my afternoon. I'll be hiding in my bedroom with the door locked, playing Nintendo Switch 2 with the sound off. So you guys
know. How does the controller work for? Do you know?
I haven't opened it. It's still in the box. I think it's the same damn thing, though. Mm-hmm. I assume it's very similar, just better. Okay. Jeremiah Johnson was mentioned. And it does fall into one of the categories, one of the prereqs, not a necessary, but it does create it becomes a Western if there is any interactions with American Native Americans. Almost certainly becomes a Western if you have some sort of interactions.
Why not Canadian Native Canadians? Because
there's very few films that have that. Can you think of one? You know what the funniest thing about the Canadian film, the genre of films featuring Canada in America? Are you familiar with Canadian Bacon?
Yeah, of course.
The film. So the premise is like we needed someone to fight because Russia wasn't putting up a fight anymore, and he needed it for his popularity, right? And the American character in it is John Candy. He's the one that goes and like agitates Canada. He's Canadian. I did mention both True Grits. I said both True Grits count. So that was my one John Wayne. Not a big John Wayne guy otherwise. He was great in that.
Good to know.
Wagons East. Haven't seen it. I know I'm catching a lot of hell for leaving some out, but We did. I think we named about 200. So if something really got left out, although, geez, about 45 minutes in, we were shocked, ashamed, and embarrassed that it took us that long to get to Young Guns. God,
Young Guns.
still mad about that. I'm still so mad about that.
God, I looked up the soundtrack to Young Guns 2 after we were off air. My goodness gracious. John Bon Jovi had himself a masterpiece. It was terribly reviewed too. It was got like 1 star from the Rolling Stones as a review. But that soundtrack was liquid fire. Incredible work.
Did you see the size of that fucking chicken? That's one of my favorite drug scenes. And there's so many other movies that are drug based, and it happens in a fucking semi-comedy western where they take the peyote. He's riding the horse backwards. Why? Oh yeah. They can't see us because we're in the spirit world, asshole.
What's the do you you know what we didn't mention? Actually, what didn't get a nod? The lady equivalent of that one, of Young Guns. Do you remember that movie? Am I jogging any memory at all? They made like a ladies' Young Guns.
Bridesmaids?
No, it was Western. It was like a 4-woman like super team of cowboy chicks. Does that not ring a bell? I feel like one of them was Mary Elizabeth.
Do you not know the name of the movie?
I can't come up with it.
Is it the Andy McDowell one?
Yes, Andy McDowell was one of them. Yes,
I don't. I vaguely remember this.
What was it called?
It's called Bad Girls.
Bad Girls. Oh my god!
It is like a 5 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Who are the other three?
Mary Stuart Masterson.
Mary Stuart Masterson. That's who it was.
Madeline Stowe.
Right. Madeline
and Drew
Stowe.
Barrymore. Oh my god, this looks.
Oh, yeah. We didn't mention it for a reason. Oh my god, I remember seeing that. Liking Young Guns. I was like, oh cool, girly Young Guns.
I'm on the Internet Movie Database. Here's the synopsis: 4 prostitutes joined together to travel the Old West. That's it. That's all it says.
Oh man. Oh, that was good.
Dermot Mulroney. Dermot Mulroney was in Young Guns, so he's your crossover. It's a 5.2. Woof.
Find yourself something better. All right.
I'm reading the storyline from Jim Beaver. The 4 so-called honky tonk harlots set out to recover the money with the Pinkertons hot on their trail. All right, that one doesn't make the list. Sorry, not trying to be chauvinistic or sexist, but there's other better women's movies. It passes the Bechdel test.
Is that what it's called? The Bechdel test?
What? When
the Bechdel? Yeah, it's the Bechdel test.
You need to have a woman talking to another woman, and they can't
not
be talking about a man. Yeah.
What I missed that was the Bechtel test. Bechtel, very, very famous contractor and consultant in the construction and engineering space. Big in the nuclear world. Bechtel. Anyway.
Yeah, it's I don't know who it's named after. Someone named Bechdel.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Allison Bechdel.
Allison Bechdel.
Allison.
Okay.
She credited the idea to her friend Liz Wallace.
Oh.
All right.
But she stole the name for herself?
So a lot of people, it's supposed to be called the Bechdel-Wallace test. It gets shortened. It's like how you call it a Harley, and Davidson kind of gets fucked.
Got it. All right. Well, let's wrap. Hit the end. Good work. Have a fun weekend, guys.
Happy Black Friday!